Alright guys, I am back, standing in front of a training dummy, and that can only mean one thing. Ready to crack some fucking skulls. Let's get right into the rotation here. I'll explain it first and then I'll show it to you. Basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do a Bloodthirst and then a Raging Blow. So if it doesn't automatically proc, you're going to want to use Berserker's Rage to proc that Raging Blow. And then Bloodthirst again, free global cooldown, Colossus Smash in between the Bloodthirst, delaying Raging Blow if necessary. You're going to want to, like I said before, only use Slam when you have a Blood Surge proc during a free global cooldown, and Heroic Strike should only be used when you have 90 plus Rage with a threat of capping, and should be lined up with the Colossus Smash as much as possible. Now one thing I'll show you too, which I'll post this macro. Um, I have a macro that I use, which basically pops Inner Rage, Death Wish, and Recklessness all at one time. Now, I usually, as soon as the tank has threat, I pop this, and this is giving me, putting me in, in an enraged state, giving me 50% more crit on all my special abilities, and lowering the cooldown of my heroic strike. So it gives me quite a bit of DPS that I can output at that time. Now, you got Death Wish on a 2.5 minute cooldown, Recklessness on a 3 minute cooldown. So I save Recklessness again for the end after the initial, and then I come back to Death Wish throughout the fight, and I kind of time it to where I can pop that macro again at the end of the fight. So once again, the rotation: Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, Bloodthirst, free global cooldown, Colossus Smash in between. Slam is one of the free global cooldowns you can use if it procs, and then Heroic Strike if the rage allows for it. So let's get right into it here. I go in, I hit my Battle Shout, I hit this guy, I got a Bloodthirst. I'm going to pop my Raging Blow because it didn't proc, and then I'm going to hit a Colossus Smash. I'm going to hit my Slam because it's up, hit my Raging Blow again, Bloodthirst, Heroic Strike, Bloodthirst, Heroic Strike with a Raging Blow. Now I'm waiting for Colossus Smash to come back up, so I want to try and time a Heroic Strike, so it can kind of come in right with it. So as we see, I'm about to get a Colossus Smash. I hit it, boom, right Heroic Strike, back into the rotation. And then you want to manage your battle shouts and your Berserker Rage during. We'll get another rotation here going through, and then I'll show you what happens with the macro here. But like you can see, I'm hitting Heroic Strikes, throughout, because I'm watching my rage. It's controlling. It's more or less situational. A lot of guys don't like a lot of Heroic Strikes. I personally do. I found that my DPS went up quite a bit. But you got to manage it. As you can see, then I used the 30 rage and I was out of it. So when I ran out of rage, I didn't have anything else for my other abilities. So what I like to do: hit my battle shout, hit my berserker rage, hit it in rage regeneration for the healers, one shot macro, boom. And you can see it goes nuts. Got a little rage starved there. I didn't time my heroic strike properly, but you can easily recover. It's not something that you gotta fret about. But that's pretty much the majority of the rotation. There's not a lot to it. It's more or less just managing your cooldowns, making sure you're not rage starving yourself, and making sure that your priority is that Colossus Smash and getting an attack within 6 seconds of hitting that Colossus Smash. Because if you're not doing that, you're wasting that 100% bypass of the armor. Um, that's pretty much it for the normal rotation. Next, I'll show you what I do for my AoE rotation, so stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm back over here by the other training dummies so I can show you an example of the AoE rotation. I was kind of waiting for this Phaladin to get the hell out of the way, but he insists on being fail, so he's not going to. Pretty much kind of go up, your attack at target, whatever. You hit the battle shout, raise regeneration, and you bust out the macro. Whirlwind, cleave. You can see the cleaves coming back around from inner rage, and you wanna hit something else too, because you can speed up the regeneration of whirlwind. Um, So whirlwind, bust out a raging blow there, cleave, whirlwind again. And that's pretty much the rotation. It's very straightforward. You just want to cleave and whirlwind yourself, refreshing your rage when you can, speeds things up. Obviously, a Colossus Smash is going to help out the target you're focusing on. You know, not all the targets, but you know, you want to get those off as well. But there you have it, Cleave and Whirlwind, managing your Battle Shout, your Berserker Rage, so you can get those Rage regeneration back up, and you continue on as much as you need to until all the mobs are dead. Alright, well that pretty much ends the guide on the rotation itself. We're going to go over a couple more things here in the guide, like gemming and enchants, as well as some gear tips, other miscellaneous tips and tricks that I've learned, macros, etc. So definitely stay tuned.